Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back for the third time today. That's right. It is another day of holiday candle reviews for 2022. We have been focusing on the country candle releases from Kringle today. And the last one up on the docket is Holiday Cake. And this is my least favorite fragrance out of the three. But do know that fragrance preferences are very personal. So just because I don't like this particular scent as much as some, it doesn't make it a bad fragrance. It just means that, I don't know, my nose just doesn't care for the fragrance as much. That being said, this is a gourmand, which is what I normally gravitate towards. But this just has something interesting to it that I don't know, I just feel is kind of strange. And I'm kind of wondering if this particular type of cake might be some kind of tradition somewhere. I feel like somewhere in my comments, I feel like someone said that holiday cake is like some Southern specialty or something. You tell me. I didn't have a chance to look through my comments before coming up here. I actually intended to do that, but completely spaced it. So here we are. Let me know what holiday cake means to you. I don't do cake for the holidays. I mean, if we have a dessert at Christmas dinner, it's usually pumpkin pie again because I love it. I'm a big pumpkin pie fan over here. Or we will do an apple pie. I just don't really equate the holidays with cake. But that being said, I'm sure there are different parts of the country that have different traditions when it comes to that. So I am reviewing this in the medium jar. It is also available in the large jar. I've already gone over the pricing, so I won't do that again here. But just know that this particular jar is currently on sale for $10.20. I will put a link on where to shop with Kringle in the description box below this video. I will also put a link to the other two candle reviews just in case you missed them. There we go. Okay, let's get into the scent description here. Holiday cake. You'll want more than a morsel of zesty, chocolatey holiday cake. Fruit forward with just the right amount of spice for an irresistible holiday indulgence. I think this kind of reminds me a little bit of fruitcake in a way. I think that might be why I'm maybe not the biggest fan of this. But anyway, let's go through the notes. Your top notes: juicy fruits and orange zest. Your mid notes are nutty caramel, which caramel is usually never my favorite, nutmeg, vanilla sugar. Your base is creamy dark chocolate. Okay, so I do think that there is a chocolate component to this for sure. I smell chocolate, but I don't think that I smell dark chocolate. I smell more of a milk chocolate. So I think that's also an issue for me. I prefer a dark chocolate versus a milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is a little too sweet for my liking a lot of times. So just naturally, I think milk chocolate has a lot more sugar in it, and dark chocolate tends to be more of a focus on the actual chocolate flavor versus a sweet chocolate, if that makes sense. Now, the juicy fruits note. I think this is where I'm probably heading down fruitcake lane. It really does smell like the little jellied fruits that you get in a fruitcake. And I smell the orange zest. I normally love orange, but when I've had fruitcake in the past, it definitely has that orange slight tinge running throughout it. I think when my American grandma made fruitcake, she included citrus zest in hers. So this smells very familiar to me in terms of smelling fruitcakey. But then also fruitcake doesn't typically have chocolate in it, so it is different from that. Nutty caramel. I do smell some caramel in here. It's not my favorite. Nutmeg. Nah, yeah, I guess this is not an overly spicy scent by any stretch of the imagination, but you do smell some nutmeg in here. It is probably one of the more enjoyable elements of this particular scent. And then the vanilla sugar, yes, this is a very sweet cake scent for sure. I would say it could be borderline cloying. This is the first cake scent that I've smelled that doesn't make my mouth water. It seems kind of like a somewhat odd concoction of ingredients, at least for my liking. It really makes me think that this is like some kind of like American traditional cake that maybe I've just never had. If you know anything about holiday cake, will you please enlighten me? I am honestly still learning things about American holiday traditions. If you are new here, I'm actually originally from Germany. And so a lot of the traditions that we have had in my family, like we have brought over from Germany. I moved here when I was 10. So I've been here for a long time, but we still have kept a lot of like the German traditions and did definitely incorporate some American traditions into our Christmas celebrations. But, you know, we still kind of do a lot of like the traditional German like cookies, like the Pfeffernuss and the cinnamon cookies, like the cinnamon stars with like this really delicious frosting on top. Those are so good. In fact, if you hit up Cost Plus World Market right now, you can find a lot of those traditional German cookies there. Highly recommend, super delicious. But yeah, like I think there's just some maybe American traditions that are still going over my head. So if you know anything about holiday cake, please do enlighten me. But is it my favorite scent? No. Also, it just doesn't really necessarily scream holidays to me outside of the fact that it somewhat smells like a fruitcake to my nose. Now, let's talk about burn performance. Now, unfortunately, this one is stronger than the other two. So this one, the strength of this is definitely more of like a 6. If you like a stronger paraffin candle, I would say go for this one. The throw is still probably right around like a 5. These are more room specific candles. I like to say that about the country candles. These are not house fillers, but you do certainly smell them in the room where you are burning them. So if you like to have different candles for different areas of your house, I think country candle is great for that. There's not really going to be like a ton of traveling that happens with this particular fragrance. But the burn quality overall has been good. Now, I do want to once again say, if you didn't watch the other 2 reviews, that I do keep the wicks fairly short. I also wipe the wicks with a paper towel before starting each burn, and that is why I have this clean, like wax pool here. So this is the typical wax pool that I get. It's a little less than an inch for sure, but it seems to be kind of a powerhouse despite not having the deepest wax pool. So all that being said, I'm glad I tried it, but it's definitely not my favorite scent. That being said, for those of you that find those particular notes appealing, I think you're probably really going to be into this one. This is one where I would say maybe think about getting the daylight or the wax melts instead of the jars. But that being said, the sale on these like country candle jars are so good right now. Like this is, to be able to get a medium jar for $10.20 or the large jar for $17.50. Normally the large jar is $28.50 and the medium that I have here is $25.50. So significant savings right now. Yeah, so if you're in the market, happy shopping. Anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. Be sure to enlighten me on holiday cake if you know the history of it, and maybe I'll Google that myself if I get a free moment here, but I doubt it. I am hosting Thanksgiving tomorrow, and your girl is preoccupied with making sure that I don't give people food poisoning from undercooked turkey. Thank God my mom's gonna be here. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving tomorrow. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Check out the description box for all of the information, all of the details. I appreciate you guys being here today. I hope that these reviews are helpful. If you are new, I would love it if you would take the time to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.